Hey guys, ArkhIce here, and today here I have my tier list, right, that I made roughly a month ago, and we have a few units here, right? Ignore these ones. These ones are extras that I accidentally put into this. We have, five new units I want to rank and put in the tier list and everything. Yeah, I'm confident about Sigurd, and I'm confident about these two, right? Exactly where they go on the tier list. Um, Hakalazo, same thing. Bond, very much, yeah. But before we jump in and get started, make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit the notification bell if you get notified when I upload. Now, before we rate these 5 units, right, there are a few small changes I want to make to this tier list. Number 1, I want to move her up to B tier, right? Um, she is honestly really, really good in Red Demon, so I think that she deserves to be moved to B tier because of her ranking. And second change I want to make is Red Easton. S tier. Immediate S tier. It should be always pretty wide because she's literally one of the best, absolute best units for Bond. And with the Bond team being the meta team right now, Red Easton being on that Bond team makes her a spectacular unit, and she needs to go in S tier. So yeah. The second change I think I want to make is Red Greenmore. Same thing with Red Easton. I think he deserves to go to S tier because of the Bond PvP team, and yeah, he's actually on the Ultimate one, right? Because the Ultimate one is Bond, Arthur, Greenmore, and then Twigo, right? That's the optimal Bond team you would see in PvP, right? And obviously the second version, to me, would actually be Red Easton. There's also a Green Zanaria version as well that's actually really, really good. Of course, there's the one Escanor version. You know, there's multiple variations of version you can actually build, just like the Assault Meliotis team, right? There's multiple variations of the team you can actually build. Red Greenmore's up there. Twigo is also being moved S tier for that specific reason of the Bond team. He is quite literally one of the biggest supporters for Bond to make Bond the new damage he does, because Bond does damage based off his max HP. Twigo boosts red units max HP up. I think it's like 20%, something like this, or 20 to 30, somewhere in that range, right? So he's a really, really good unit to have in the back. It helps push your damage up and helps keep you alive because you have more HP. Red Arthur. Ooh, I'm gonna have to put him. I think I'm going to put him up here, right? Red Arthur is the foundation of Bond. If you kill Arthur, you have a natural really good chance of killing Bond. If you have like the Escanor or Amelia, because without Arthur, Bond's damage drops significantly. Actually, not like huge damage drop, but it's a big drop, right? It's a noticeable drop of damage that you can see because Arthur's passive both boost max HP and the damage that you do. So taking both of those away from Bond just doubles down on taking away his damage and everything, right? Because both affect his damage he does. So Red Arthur is one of the foundations of the Bond team, and I think deserves S tier because of that. He's just also just a really good unit, right? Amelia. I'm going to put Amelia in God tier. For one reason, one particular reason only. She's the biggest counter to Bond besides Escanor. If you have Amelia, like at 3 out of 6 or higher, legitimately you could actually very easily counter a Bond team. Freeze, Bond can't really do nothing about it. I mean, there are a few healers that Bond can run, but you usually will see either Greenmore or Escanor ran instead of Easton or Zanaria. So you can very easily get away with freezing Bond, stunning Bond. She is, honestly, in my opinion, God tier for how good she is. Her ultimate is Secret Technique, so it blasts through Bond's HP and stuff. She has ult control, freeze, her pass is pretty good. You attack her twice and removes all debuffs from her team, and then freezes the unit attacked her twice. It's honestly a really, really good unit, right? Is there any changes I would honestly make? Looking at this, yep, found it right here. Here she is. Zanaria, she was in C tier. I'm gonna put her in S tier. It's the same reason I have Red Easton, Red Greymoor, Twigo. She is insanely good. She has her uses in Grey Demon. She has her uses now, actually currently, in Belmos. she also is on one of the more optimal Bond teams as well, right? She is an insane unit. She's a healer. She's a big support unit. She's just an insane unit in both PvE for death matches and in PvP for the Bond team, right? Next unit. Honestly, looking at this, I think there are a few changes I want to make that are up here, right? First one, I'm going to move Esterosa down. I'm going to move Meliotis down one. I know I'm going to keep Zeldris up there because Zeldris still gets backline support. Tarmio, I'm going to have to move Tarmio down one the S tier. Assault Meliotis will stay because still of his PvE capabilities. And I think Chandler should also be moved down one because, like, the Assault Meliotis team just gets, honestly, the word is cut by Bond team, Amelia team, Eskunar team. It's just, it gets dominated by all three. So it's like, what can it do, right? There's not much it can do. There's one last final change I think I'm going to make to this tier list so far. And she should be down here somewhere if I can find her. There she is, Blue Giantian. I'm going to move her, not the S tier, not S tier, A tier. Because there is a counter team that you can make that will counter the Bond team. So her capabilities have moved up in PvP so that she actually is usable. And yeah, she's just a really good unit. Her ult doesn't have to be max for it either. So yeah. Other than this, I think this is where I'm gonna keep everyone else. Looking at everything, yeah, this looks good to me. Okay, so there are a few. Wait, hold on. Sarah's gonna move down one. He's not as good as in PvP as he was being PvP, but it's still in PV. He's still God tier, so he's still gonna stay in SS, just not in God tier, right? Rest of these units can stay up here. Merlin, I think, still deserves God tier because she can still be ran on the Amelia unknown team and be really, really good in PvP. So yeah, let's go down here. We have 5 new units, right? We'll do Bon and Sigurd last, and we'll start off with these units, right? Hawk and Oslo, I'm just gonna immediately put in B tier. Their ult's really, really good, but their cards aren't the best, and passive isn't the best either. They're a King's team support, but a King team can't really last in PvP that much. It's not a good team to play in PvP anymore, right? They try to support it, but it just cannot be supported currently. It's too limited in my opinion compared to the other teams in PvP, right? There's not much to be said. They can't do damage, they can't tank. It's just they need to be 6 out of 6 to have the maximizer ult. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them B tier. I don't think they deserve above that. We have, how do you say her name? How do you say her name? Oops. I'm trying to get the Grand Cross database. Thornar. Okay, so we have Thornar and Sigurd. Okay, Thornar. Thornar is gonna go in A tier. She can be used really. Okay, not really. I think efficiently is the word that I use. She can be used efficiently in Belmos as a Belmos alternative team if you don't have Green Tea and Meliotis for Extreme and Hell. Though Hell isn't worth it, but in Extreme, her team is with Zanaria. So basically one person runs her, Zanaria, and Dana for Liz. The other person runs Jericho, Dana for Liz, and Green Gother. And basically what you just do is right off the bat you heal, and so you can get the rank ups and stuff and everything. She gives buffs to everyone because of it, and you just go from there and you just kill, go next phase, you know. Yeah, it's honestly, it's a pretty good strategy. It just requires a small bit of RNG because in the beginning of the turn you do not want to draw a Zanaria card. Zanaria card is not what you want to draw there. But yeah, A tier because she can be used, but it's very much RNG based in the beginning and also can be very much RNG based in the last phase as well. Next unit is Blue Lost Vein Meliotis. I think his ultimate is insane. His ultimate secret technique, it's really good. But his other cards aren't that good. Well, they're good, but at the same time they're not, because he's a support unit, but his ultimate and passive are not. I'm also going to put him at the top of A tier. I think he deserves to be at the top of A tier. He's honestly, his ultimate is really nice. He has a nice support cards. It's just that he doesn't have any practical use in the current meta, right? Because 6 out of 6 3 cards can't kill Bond with his ult. Yeah, it's yeah. Bond, Festival Bond. This is obvious, right? And since God tier is, you know, numbered, right? I'm gonna put him here. No, actually no. I'm gonna put him right here. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right here. I think he's tied with Escanor, but I think he's he's better. I'm gonna move these two right here. So I think he's better than Escanor. By a slight bit, because especially for PvP, right? Because he's really, really good for PvP. He just dominates in PvP, except for a few teams that can counter him. There are some PvE events he can be insanely good in, especially Guild Boss. Guild Boss, he is top tier. Guild Wars, he is amazing. People have to run suicide teams to beat him sometimes. Yeah, he's an insane unit, and I think he deserves God tier. Sigurd. He is really, really good for Assault Meliotis. Bond team, not so much. But it's more of a Bond and Escanor being a mistake. Is just that he can't tank particularly hits from them very well. Like, he can tank a few, but not as well as other DPS units in the meta do. Honestly, I think he's top of 8. Yeah, no, I think he's top of A tier. He's borderline bottom S, but he's basically top of A tier in my opinion, right? It's just with his capabilities in PvP, especially with the Assault Meliotis team going, in my opinion, downhill currently until we see like the next Holy War Fez and see what they release with them. I think currently Sigurd is bottom of S tier, top of A tier. He's like borderlining back and forth in between, right? But yeah, this is what I would say would be my updated tier list currently. There are a few changes I made, of course, some moving down, some moving up. But yeah, this is where I think I would put everyone, right? Thank you guys for watching. I will update this again after like 4 or 5 more units. So yeah, I will see you guys next video. Bye bye!